What up, family? CTR Media Network. Yeah. Best in the biz. Yeah. Join the team. CTR is who we are, the media network, that's the best by far. Whether you listen at your home, at your job, in your car, come get the information that's needed above par. Never lasting, motivational podcasting, giving you the answers to the questions that you asking. Serious talks and topics, how to come up and profit, how to better yourself. Your health is here, we got it. Reaching 350 million, they tuning in. We in 50 different countries, we all can. And like minded, find your purpose and your assignment. Come get your fix, your feel, your mental alignment. Get active and speak to the masses. Build your influence all levels and all classes. Now you know you can monetize and grow. CTR Media Network, start the show.
We want to give a shout out to our CTR Media Network sponsor, Terry Coleman from GlobalKeyCapital.com. Global Key Capital is a lender specialized in customized financing solutions. They pride themselves in being one of the industry's most reliable and proven lending groups. At Global Key Capital, their customers are their number one priority, and they strive to provide all of their clients with competitive pricing, unbeatable customer service, and stress-free processing. If you are looking for your next dream home or investment property, give Terry Coleman a call at 866-325-6267. Again, that number is 866-325-6267. GlobalKeyCapital.com. The Homeschooling Interactive Magazine is a magazine that embraces and celebrates the entire homeschooling experience. Our magazine is different from all the rest.
Well, thank you so much. I am Sandy Sanders. I am the host and creator of Coffee Conversations with Sandy and Friends. It is our platform where we have, yes, authors, and we have guests, invited guests that do come on and be with us. We have a weekly talking segment that comes on each and every week. And we're super excited. Coffee Conversations is an award-winning talking segment conversation to empower you, to inspire you, to encourage you. And most of all, it is a place of accountability so that we can be the person who we were born to become and be our authentic self. So listen, I am super excited that you have joined us on tonight. And if you will, I would like to welcome those that are watching and tuning in with us for the very first time, those that are watching from our YouTube channel, Coffee Conversations with Sandy. And I'd like to say hello to my family on CTR Media Network, our YouTube family there, as well as our Facebook family. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I do ask that you share our broadcast with at least 5 individuals that would, that will benefit from our conversation on tonight. I'm all tongue-tied because I'm excited, y'all. So forgive me, okay? But listen, I am going to, without further ado, bring these fabulous, fabulous women that are on with me tonight. Coming forward to the table, because that's what this is a virtual table. I'm talking about Dr. Tina Ramsey, and she's coming on. Yes, there you are. Hey,
how are you?
I am good. I'm all fiberglass. Anyway, tongue-tied and the whole nine, but I am super excited to have you on tonight. This is the finale of the tour of the CTR Media Podcasters and our family. So I am super excited. Thank you so much for being here. And yes, and that we're ending it on Coffee Conversations with Sandy and Friends.
Yes, I'm so excited. Thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely. Well, you brought along, we have some of the podcasters that are part of the family, and we're going to go ahead and bring these amazing, amazing podcasters on. We have with us, yes, Miss Anna L. Brothers and also Dr. Connie Green. Yes, hi, ladies. How y'all doing?
You guys are muted.
Yep.
Doing amazing. How are you
I'm
doing,
doing great.
Cindy?
So, as y'all
Cindy,
know,
how are you doing?
I am doing great. Thank you, Dr. Connie. Miss Ann, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing great. And you?
Yes, I'm doing good. Having a like you said, we haven't had a busy day today. I think everyone, the CTR Media Network, have just come off of I think a first adventure outing at a conference in Atlanta. We're going to be talking about that. But to our audience right now, we do start our broadcast with a word of prayer, and we ask that you all would join us, and then we'll get started right in with our conversation tonight with the CTR Media Network Podcasters Tour. And this is the finale. Gracious Heavenly Father, we bless you. We do give you glory. We give you honor. We thank you, oh God, for being our Lord and our Savior. We thank you, oh God, that you kept us all day long. And God, we just thank you that you woke us up this morning, clothed us in our right mind, Lord. And we thank you, oh God, that we have made it here. We anticipated this time. So we thank you, God. We ask that you would forgive us for all of our sins, our iniquities, anything that would displease you. And by faith, God, we come before your throne of grace, asking you to bless this broadcast. We ask that you would bless the listeners, that something that we may say on tonight will touch the hearts of your people. And God, we thank you, oh God, that after tonight, their lives will never be the same. You will impact their life their lives will be impacted by these amazing women. And we thank you, oh God, for your servant, Dr. Tina Ramsey, tonight, God. We thank you for her assignment that is upon her life. And we bless you and we give you glory. In Jesus' name we pray. We thank you, Dr. Tina, for carrying out the assignment. This is an assignment.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yes.
It is. It is.
Yeah. And you've been a good steward in the assignment in which God has called you to do. And we feel honored to be a part of it. Tell us about the CTR Media Network. And we're going to just share a little bit about who you are. Dr. Tina Ramsey is the founder of this amazing network. CTR Media Network is a new standard of podcasting with 30 plus podcasters. This network reaches over 350 million global listeners worldwide in over 50 countries across all major podcasting and social media platforms that have featured over 1,000 guests. We bring you positive, impactful content created to help you grow. Dr. Tina Ramsey is a global speaker. She is an international global speaker. She's also a international author as well, #1 bestseller. There's so much more. I don't have her bio in front of me, but these are just a few of the things that I know of her. And we're super excited to have you on with us tonight. I'm going to yield back and just let you share your heart here and welcome, say hello to our audience.
Hello, Coffee Conversations with Sandy and Friends audience. All right. I'm so happy to be here with you all today. CTR Media Network is more than just a network. And many people, there's so many different networks out there that's phenomenal, but we do things a little bit differently. And when one's come into the fold, they actually can feel the difference and experience the difference. And so she already gave you enough on me. If you want to know any more, you can just Google me. This ain't the Tina show. So I just came into this assignment and finally said yes to what God had in store for me to do. And this is just the representation and the manifestation of what he said. Tina, I want you to do this.
Yep.
And the result of doing what I say, he's blessing my efforts. I don't take any of the credit. Credit goes to him and also the amazing podcasters. So let's go ahead and get this thing on the road.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I want to share with the audience that you and I, we first got to know you and I sat on a platform together with one of the podcasters that's part of the CTR family, who she had a conference, and it was for CEOs of nonprofit organizations. And Dr. Tina, at that time, she was not Dr. Tina, she was just Tina Ramsey, but the doctor was in the making. But yes, and her and I, we connected, and it was like a kindred spirit there. I admire this young lady. I admire what she's doing, what she stands for, and all that she presents. And it is now into her third year. I think you and I have been kind of connected about 3 years, and look what God has done. I'm super excited. Thank you for allowing me to be on your journey. We have with us the phenomenal Dr. Candi Green. Dr. Candi Green is also one of the podcasters of the CTR family. She has a podcast show. Dr. Candi, come on and say hi to us.
Hello, everyone. And I am so excited to be with Coffee Conversations with Sandy. I watch you often, and I get so excited to hear some of the topics that you go through. And it's really blessed me over the few years that I've known you. And I got to know you from Tina Ramsey, Dr. Tina Ramsey, from one of her shows. So I'm just so excited to be here today. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for inviting me to join you.
Absolutely. I'm happy to have you here as well. You have a phenomenal story. I look forward to you sharing with our audience a little bit about who you are and how individuals can reach out to you and be a part of your podcast. And we have, yes, sweet blessings herself, Miss Anna L. Brothers. Come on and say hello to the Coffee Conversation family, if you will.
Hello, and thank you for having me. I am so grateful to be here and blessed.
Yeah.
What else you want to know about me?
This is the girls sitting around the table. Okay, right? Saying this is exactly what this is. That's what we do here at Coffee Conversation. So
you know, I'm not one to brag about myself.
We're just having a conversation.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes,
Indeed.
I got my tea this evening.
Got your tea tonight?
Yeah, I got my tea tonight. And I got a little pot over here behind me, so I don't have to get up and go. I'm prepared this evening.
You know what? That's like people that go to the restaurant, Dr. Connie, and so I'm not one that has the hot sauce in the purse. Whenever you go to they say they can't go anywhere without the hot sauce. Okay, so that's Miss Ann. I've learned something new about your Ann tonight. Take a coffee with her tea with her, wherever she goes. She gonna have it with her. Well, welcome to Coffee Conversations. I am delighted we had an opportunity to be on Vera Thomas show on last week, and so this is love. I do want to say hi to Lady Tracy Hocambry, and there she is. That's a girl. She says, "Hey, Tina," and
she's gonna be one of our podcasters coming soon.
Yes, we are so excited. Hocambry, yes, Tracy, thank you so much. She said, "Can't wait to join the CTR family. God is doing some amazing works." Yes, He is. And yes, what a beautiful, blessed panel. Well, we honor you as well. So to our audience, this has been a tour. You kicked it off. Listen, I'm looking at the numbers here. I want to see who was our very first. I think it was Lady
Tiffany.
Kim.
No, it was Tiffany.
It was
Tiffany Bell.
Yes, it was Tiffany.
Yes.
Okay. And so here we are. And what has it been like? And Dr. Connie, were you tell us how this tour has been and what it is for you to be a part of the CTR family? And I'm gonna start with you.
Okay. Well, let me say this. It has been a learning experience for me. because I am new at this. And so me coming on the programs, I sometimes I feel like I'm out of place, but coming on the program, you all are so dynamic that I feel like, but I'm okay. I'm doing it because I'm new and I'm got the, that mindset. You got to get that mindset to what you're doing. I'm new at it, and so there is a fear of it. But Tina knows that I handle fear very well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
And you know what? Someone could be listening to you right now that also have had that little apprehensive and they've wanted to start a podcast. What has helped you get over that hump? Because fear may have several humps, but you made over that first hurdle. So speak to that. How do you speak to the audience or someone who
well, I don't like to be fearful of anything, and that's a challenge. And so I look at it as a challenge, and that's something that I need to work on personally. And so, therefore, I set little goals. It can be a long term. I want to reach a long term goal, but I set little bitty goals along the way to make me reach that long term goal, to get me out of that mindset that I have. And to be perfectly honest, that's how I met Tina, was through because I was afraid to go live on Facebook. And so, therefore, I joined some challenges to get over that fear, and they had it set up like a team, and so it was a team. So I'm very competitive. I hate to say that, but
okay. So we just learned something. That Anna is competitive, y'all. Okay, who said she got some competitiveness? I can see her with her headband on and her
and so therefore I set that goal, and I met Tina there, and I mean I don't even remember. It was a long time ago. It was a long, and we have been friends since. I feel like I'm part of her family. You
are. So we were seeing cookies.
And so I know I didn't tell you what I do, but I am a retired school teacher, and I'm also a certified cake instructor, and I taught that for 20 years. I'm still do some outside consulting with them. They call me in from time to time, and they have been encouraging me to, like I told you before, to have classes, which I am going to start some classes in January. So look for me. If you're not on my Sweet Listine's platform, you see that sweet is very important. But Listine is too. Okay, so I don't want to take up all the time because I'm like this. I can really talk.
And that's why we're podcasters. People that are podcasters, I've learned to accept that we love to talk. We do. We like to talk. Right, Dr. Candi?
Well, yes and no. Naturally, I am an introvert. So I'm a little bit like Miss Anna. I was pushed and pulled and prodded and everything else because I did not like lives. It took me a long time to hit that button live, but I was like Miss Anna, I would not be defeated. I was the type of person, I don't give up. I'm gonna keep going till I get it right, and I'm gonna do it ugly. I'm gonna do it wrong. I'm gonna be embarrassed and all that kind of stuff. And I just try to keep pushing. So with this tour, it has helped me to get me out of my comfort zone, number one, and to be around people that I can say that don't just tolerate me but celebrate me. And it's been an amazing experience for me. It has really touched my heart and my soul. If I feel like I'm in a place that I need to be with the people that God has put in my life to help me cultivate to do His will in the perfect way. And seeing the podcasters and all the gifts and talents and the stories that I've heard over the last few months has been life changing for me. And meeting Miss Tina Ramsey.
Oh, don't you start. Don't you cry, because I don't cry too.
She's amazing.
Don't you all start, because when somebody else cries, I cry.
Me too.
Yeah. I'm getting a little emotional
And
because
listen, I didn't come prepared for the.
I don't have no
I'll go
tissue.
find some. We'll come off the camera, okay? And we'll go get some tissue. So, well, go ahead. Go ahead, Dr.
Go ahead.
Connie.
well, she's basically like a daughter to me. I feel like she's my daughter. And as well as my coach, she pushes me. When I said, "Well, Miss Tina, I don't think I can do that," she said, "Yes, you can. I'm going to help you do this, do that." So when we went on the tour in Atlanta, it really touched my heart because my computer, I wasn't able to log on like I was supposed to. I didn't know what I was doing, and she gave me her computer, and she said, "Okay, we're going to go ahead and let you use my computer and go ahead and make you some money." And so she allowed me to use her, and it just really touched my heart because most people won't do that, because she could have been making the money that she allowed me to make, and it just really blessed me and touched my heart. I've never had nobody to be that kind to me and be that given to me without wanting something in return. So it has been life changing for me, and I'm so excited to be a part of this team.
Yes, indeed. And Dr. Tina, that's who she is. So so let's bring everyone that is watching know how did we all come apart of being a part of each of these ladies have shared a testimony, but doing podcasting and knowing that you wanted to have individuals and share your knowledge with others. Come on and share your heart with us.
I know for me, um, you were saying you want to know how it is for us to connect.
Yes.
Okay, so hello, she.
Yes, she trucking is on.
You're
Yes,
right,
yes, yes,
more.
yes.
Okay, so how we all came connected. I mean, it's just God. It's simple as that because we're all in different states. We don't know each other from a can of paint. We was in certain circumstances that put us in line, right? And so I
Absolutely.
met you from Tiffany, Dr. Sandy. Then I met Dr. Connie through being a featured guest on Dr. Kim. I mean, it might be Dr. Kim Jacobs' show.
Yes.
Then I met Anna about 5, 6. I stopped counting after 5 years, Anna.
Me too.
About and I met her from a live challenge that was totally different from what we're doing now. That all led us to this one destination. So I just feel that it's just something that is directed by God, and because we all mesh, we are family. It's a real agape love type of family.
Yeah.
But and we're a community,
Yeah.
and we help each other. So it's different. It's real different and unique. Like She Trucking said, it's very unique. So
Mhm.
it's really blessed at the end of the day.
She said it's providence.
Oh,
That's
I
what
like
Wow.
Tracy said. We got a new word, Tracy.
Yes. All right.
Oh,
I
see, she
want-
knew. She coming in and bring us them words.
The words, right, Coach Tracy.
I love it.
All I want to say hi to her. She said that was good. They celebrate and not tolerate her. I'm not. Who had said that? Something in
Dr. Connie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dr.
Dr.
Connie said
Connie, yeah, Mandela. So, those of you that are tuning in, as you can see, we are with Dr. Tina Ramsey, Dr. Connie Green, and Anna L. Brothers, who is a longtime educator and full of knowledge, full of wisdom, who has been in the classroom and now will be behind a microphone, just hearing others talk about their journey as well as pour into others. So we're looking forward to hearing more about these two podcasters. I do want to just share with the audience. Thank you all for tuning in right now. She said, "Come on through, Jesus." Yes, indeed, indeed, go through, Jesus, for sure. I want to share my screen here. Because I want our audience, those of you that are watching and tuning in for the first time, that CTR Media, want to pull this one up. Yes, is a plethora of shows. Of course, we have the one and only Dr. Tina Ramsey, who has her podcast, and then we have our network. Got some new individuals, King's Truck Group. We have men that are a part. That is real exciting. We have Mr. Michael Finkley out of the Carolinas. Vera Thomas, you all, we were on her show last week, and we have a global movement for global health. Here is the wisdom tips for Dr. Green. Then we have the Queen Candi herself. And we have what is it, Boss Lady Level Up. As you can see, I'm gonna keep on. I don't want to call because it's growing and growing and growing. We'll be here all night, you all. But go to ctrmedianetwork.com and you will be able to see more information about these podcasters. I want to ask each of the podcasters to come on and just share a little bit about how they, what made them say yes when it was time to, as they say, press that button and come on and be a part of the CTR family. I'm going to start with Dr. Connie. And if you will, come on and just share your heart with us. Tell us a little bit about who you are, a little bit about your story, and what can we expect from your podcast. And that'll kind of be a question that all of us will, our audience, when you talk about wisdom tips. So I want you to tell us a little bit about who you are, and then we'll talk about what can we expect when we come on your show.
Okay. Well, my name, like you said, is Dr. Connie Green. I'm a wife, I'm a mother, and I'm a grandmother as well.
Mm-hmm.
I also am a Christian counselor and a life coach for over 25 years. Um, I have a talk show. I'm a talk show host, and it's called Wisdom Tips with Dr. Connie Green, and it airs every Thursday at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And it airs on, of course, CTR Media Network, as well as YouTube and Spotify and a few other platforms as well. I'm an author of now it's 4 books. Actually, I was an author. I've always had 3 books. Now I've got 2 other books that are going to be coming out, but one other book coming out this year called When Love Hurts. I mean, first one is When Love Hurts, and the second one is When Love Heals. The third one is When Love Heals the Ugly Spirit of Jealousy. And I'll have another book that's an ebook that's coming out as well this year. And so, what do? I give guidance to amazing women survivors who have been heartbroken, victimized, and overwhelmed by life disappointments. I teach them and empower them to get wisdom, number one. And the reason they need to get wisdom so they can learn how to love. So I would like for them to learn how to love. And when they love, it activates the power of forgiveness. And when they can forgive, then they're able to rise up from the ashes of trauma and become confident women that they are and be, they're created in the image of God, so they're able to do other things that they need to do in life. And they're ready to change the trajectory of their life forever so they can live a victorious life. And the reason I do this and the reason I care about the women that are overwhelmed with life disappointments, because I know what it's like to be heartbroken. I know what it's like to be victimized. I know what it's like to be overwhelmed. I know what it's like to be disappointed, because when I was a young girl, growing up very young in my household, was raised in a violent, drug addicted home where my father beat my mother on a regular basis. And from that, my daddy killed my mother when I was 15 years old with a single gunshot wound to her stomach after the domestic violence for so many years. He finally killed her. And when he did that, I was only 15. So as I began to grow and mature as a young adult, I became an alcoholic, and also smoked pot, off to tell people, and just was on a road of destruction. I tried to commit suicide 3 times, so I was a mess. But thank the Lord, I was able to recover and forgive those that victimized me, as well as one of my family members that also molested me when I was young. And through the power of God, knowing who He was, and had a mentor, wonderful Anna mine named Ola Love. She's home to be with the Lord now. She witnessed to me, as well as a young lady that I used to work with on my job, and I gave my life to the Lord, and the rest is history. And then from there, I'm able to do all these amazing things, help women, pull them out of the darkness into the marvelous light through the power of God. not of my own, but I give God all the praise and all the glory. And I just felt like if I could have went through all the things I went through and more, and God delivered me and set me free, and I was able to bounce back from those setbacks, and I became a weapon of mass destruction in the kingdom of darkness. That's what I'm here for. I would not leave a woman without having any woman that I know. I would not leave her there by herself to grieve and cry and give up and want to give her, just tear her life apart. I feel like that it's very important to love, forgive, and help other people move forward. It's just like I do. In the end, I was able to forgive my father and help him get out of a homeless situation that he was in, and begin to love him, and end up burying him. My husband preached his funeral, and I'm totally delivered from any bitterness that he's ever done to me, my family, or my mother. So that's a little bit of my story.
Wow. Oh, she said a little bit, but Dr. Candi, we know that there's so much more. I want you all to really look out for her podcast. If you, we're going to have your information up, Dr. Candi, but you said something that I wrote down is rise up. There's so many women that stay stuck. And we're finding, I do not think that we have reached all the women and men that need Christ, that need Jesus, that need someone to believe in them. Because truth be told, I think the reason why we went through those seasons of the alcohol and the drugs and whatever is because nobody was believing it. I didn't feel worthy.
Right.
Feel worthy.
Absolutely.
We made so many mistakes. And so the choices were not good choices. And so I believe that there are other women that someone needs to know, yeah, girl, you can make it. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, young man, you can make it. Someone believes in you. And it's going to take tough love too. Tough love. And we're talking about tough love. I know that Miss Ann, she being a teacher, gives us tough love. So I present to you all, the audience, Anna, before you start talking, we're going to do a brief commercial about CTR. And then when we come back, I will let you come on and bring us into a conversation about that wisdom and the tough love and just knowing those students that have come through your classroom and how probably they've come back. And I'm thankful for Miss Anna. I'm looking forward to hearing that. You all stay tuned. One moment.
Hello, everybody. I am Dr. Tina J. Ramsey, and I want to share with you about CTR Media Network. Have you heard? CTR Media Network is a new standard of podcasting with over 30 plus podcasters. We reach 350 million global listeners worldwide in over 50 plus countries across all major podcasting and social media platforms. We have featured over 1,000 guests. What we specialize in is helping business owners, entrepreneurs, coaches, and fellow podcasters expand their visibility on our platform. We're all about positioning with visibility, connections, and teaching you how to monetize what you do. Let me tell you something. If you're a business owner, we have sponsorships opportunities. We have commercial slots. We also have opportunities for you to be a featured guest on any of our shows. So what are you waiting for? CTR Media Network is who we are, and this is where you need to be. So go to ctrmedianetwork.com and click our store feature so that you can see which opportunity fits your life and your budget so that we can get started working with you today.
In the CTR Media Network, make sure that you go to the website so that you can begin your podcasting journey with the CTR Media Network family. At this time now, we're going to bring Sweet Blessings herself. Yes, Anna L. Brothers. Yes, indeed. Before Anna, you come on, we are going to just want to share a little screen here. Y'all, she's amazing. You want to kind of get a little snippet of who this amazing lady is. Let's take a look.
Hello, and welcome to the ML Show podcast, where we inspire, encourage, and empower people to live a healthier lifestyle. Today, I am going to be talking to you about the gift of giving.
Hey, that's enough. That's a snippet. That sweet voice. That's why it's called Sweet Blessing. Sweet Blessing. This podcast is about self-awareness, self-care, inspiring, encouraging, and empowering people to live a healthy and better life. Listen, Coffee Conversation family and CTR family, I introduce to you now, yes, Sweet Blessings herself, Miss Anna L. Brothers. Come on and give us your say hi to us and share with us.
I have some notes here because I get to sometimes that mind goes all over here. I'm one of those, But most of you know that I'm a retired school teacher. I taught for like 30 something years. And I taught the babies. I've taught all grades, don't get me wrong, but my degree was in early childhood education, which was very important to me. And so self-care, like Sandy has said, is very important. And I think that my podcast is for everyone because we need to start at a young age to teach our children to think very highly of themselves and to take care of themselves. And so by me being in that field of early childhood education, this was one of the platforms that I felt like I needed to address. And then as far as the cake decorating, I just happened to get on that. I was always a baker. That's how I started cooking. I started baking when I was about 7 or 8 years old. I wish I had thought about it because I would have brought the cookbook so that you could have seen it that my mother gave me. I still have that cookbook where it has the little pictures in it that you that you pour the little stuff in to make the recipe. And so, but I was not a decorative baker. And so when I was about 50 years old, so I'm telling my age now, I decided to give my mother her 75th birthday party. And so I took a cake decorating class. And from that class, I became an instructor. They asked me to become an instructor, and I taught for nearly 20 years. I taught school, and then after school, I would teach cake decorating there. So always take pictures of whatever you do. It doesn't matter whether it's that. I'm also an educator. I've taught classes to adults as well. And I'm also an administrator. I have an administrative degree. I do some consulting for the state. I still do that, even though I'm retired. And I mentor 18 sites to get their national accreditation, their daycare. So I work with them so that they can, because it helps them get grants and things like that. And so I also do that. Then the next thing is I'm crafty. I'm a crafty person. So I sew, I quilt, I do needlework, I knit. And so those are important things to me as well. And those are things that my mother and my grandmother taught me that I feel like I need to share with others and teach them that. I don't want those things, those skills to die by the wayside because, we're so busy doing all kinds of things. So everybody in my family can sew, even my granddaughter. So my mother made sure that we all can knit. And so she started us off at a very young age. So it's just a tradition that just carried on. So I'm willing to share that as well. But when I decided to take on the task of becoming a podcaster was when my mother was ill. She was diagnosed with dementia, and she had a stroke. And so I kind of journeyed her life. That's when I was doing my lives and stuff like her going through her process. because people don't understand mental illness. I felt like I didn't. I know I didn't understand it. And so I felt like God was telling me or using me as a platform to make people more aware. During that time, I joined this choir, and it was called Good Memories. It's touching to me. And I took my mother there. It was because music does a lot for people with dementia, and so she just enjoyed it. But during that time, they asked me to tell my story with my mother, and it was lots of people there, but they selected me, and I just felt like that might have been God, leading me down that path. And then Northwestern Hospital um, asked me to come and speak on that. And through these little things, I appeared on the Washington Post telling my mother's story, the article. They did an article that they have done an article on me in a Christian magazine as well, and it's also for the AARP magazine. So, like I said, my podcast is family oriented. It's informational. Now, I am going to be having some guests. I'm working on that. So I will be starting in January, February. I will be having guests on. I'm going to creep into that situation and I have a lot of people lined up for that as well. So it is something for everyone. And I'm just blessed to be here. That's all I got to say.
Awesome. Yes, indeed. We're blessed to be a part of it. Thank you. Now you all see that fear factor is over. And she's going even afraid. And you know what the unique thing about it is that you talk about how you started out doing just lives. That was that. I think maybe all of us probably, I had that.
Yeah.
And so here you are. You're a consultant, you're helping others, you have that servant's heart. And I love where you had said sharing with others. And so you've served mothers and fathers and families by educating the children. Children would find themselves in safe spaces because you're there. And now we come and sit and listen and talk with you and glean from what you can still continue to bring to us in the community. So we're very happy that you made that choice to become a podcaster and being a caregiver for your mother. And just before Vera from the Vera Thomas Show is on, she's going to come and talk to us. But what made you want to journal somewhat in video or lives with your mother as you were talking about the dementia and taking care? What gave you that saying, hey, I need to share what's happening?
I did that because most people, as Black people, I can only speak for the Black race.
Yeah.
They shun people with mental illnesses. I know as I was growing up, you would hear people say, oh, is something wrong with them? Or let's cross the street because they, people would talk to themselves.
Come on, Miss Anna. Yes.
Come
on, yes.
all kinds of, and I felt like maybe it was us as individuals that did not understand these people. And so they're humans just like everybody else. It's an illness. It's an illness. And so I felt like people needed to see a positive side of what my mother was going through because it was truly positive. She was in a very good facility. She had her own room, own bathroom, and the place that she was in was strictly for people with memory that had some type of memory loss. And they had all kinds of activities and things for them to participate in and all of those things. It was just, and I think that people needed to see that
Yes.
Because sometimes people don't get counseling when they need it, and I found, I'm from a religious background, but people go to their minister as opposed to going to a counselor who has knowledge in that field, whereas most of the time a pastor does not have that. I'm not speaking down on pastors, but they don't have that knowledge to deal with someone. And you need someone who is equipped, just like to deal with suicide, suicide or whatever.
Right.
So you need someone that is now I'm good with children, but I'm not that good with adults who have that disability, because I really did not know anything about that disability.
So it helped you with your
Yes.
experience with,
Yes, it
with your
did.
mother, and
Yes.
you all, this is phenomenal. And I know we're talking about a podcast, but now I'm gone into my interviewing conversational piece. This is what we do on Coffee Conversation. I love it. I love it. This is part of, and I want to bring you on the show so we can just learn and glean from you, because it's so true. How many of you all were all African American, uh, of the Black race,
Yeah.
with some sort of mental illness? It was looked upon as if something was wrong with you. You're crazy.
Mhm.
You're not, or there's nothing wrong with you. You just need to go pray about it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We don't diminish. Anybody want to hop in? We don't take away the fact that
That's right.
there is power in prayer. We all acknowledge that. But
Absolutely.
if I have a heart issue, I'm going to go to a cardiologist. If I have a mental issue, then I should go to someone, along with my prayer and asking God, lead me to someone, Lord, that I can get my mind right. And so many people suffer. So many women and men in the body of Christ suffered for years. Anybody want to chime in on that?
I will. I'll chime in. Absolutely. Go
Y'all
ahead.
ready on this one, right?
All
That's
right.
right.
That is something.
No.
Go ahead, Vera. You want to go ahead?
I was
First?
just going to say that a
Mhm.
lot of mental illness, like depression and
Mhm.
other things in particular, is a chemical imbalance a lot of times that causes that, a chemical imbalance in our system. And also, our diets can have a lot to do with our disposition and our attitudes and our mental, even our mental state. When you
Yeah.
think about the impact, and I know, Sister Anna, you're a baker. I know you love your sweets.
But you can bake healthy too.
Yes,
Clean baking.
yes, because white
Oh, that's a good
sugar,
subject right there.
I
it
know.
is, it is.
Amen.
Stay
White
tuned.
sugar can destroy us,
Mhm.
and it can, it gets kids all revved up, you know? And
Mhm.
so just think about the impact that food has on us. That's all I wanted to say, because that has a lot to do with our mental health as well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's good. Thank you, Vera, for adding to the conversation. Dr. Connie, you want to add to the conversation?
Yes. I would like to share a little something about it, because with me being in ministry over 30 years with my husband, I'm assistant pastor.
Yes.
And one of the reasons I went to school for counseling is because I've seen the deficiency
Mhm.
of ministries not understanding about mental illness. I suffered from mental illness as a child and didn't realize until I went to school and ended up diagnosing myself because I had all the markers that were in the books. And when I shared it with my first book, When Love Hurts, it was actually about overcoming depression. I was depressed just about all my young adult life to about in my 30, to about 35, going on to 40, I think, maybe about 39. Yes. So after I went to school and I found out that I had the markers, the Lord took me to a series of scriptures, and he taught me through wisdom. And that's why I started my podcast about wisdom tips. Through the word of God, I had got the wisdom of how to diagnose myself, and as well as how to heal myself. And the main reason why I think I was so depressed is because of all the things that happened to me that I never got any help for. At 15, I had the trauma, but I had to keep going because people would say, "Don't cry, get over it, it'll be all right."
Yeah.
And then I went to church. They said it was of the devil if you say you're depressed.
Right.
And so everybody would just shoot you down. So when I went to school, I knew it had to be something different. I said something, I'm not crazy. I know something's not right for me to be sad all the time. And
Yes.
I smile and put on a face when I'm at church and say, I'm blessed and how this favor, and go home and crawl up in a knot and turn the lights off and close the blinds.
Come on.
And
That's-
didn't have a life, just didn't have a life.
And we
And
put
so,
on a mask.
yeah, we put on a
We will
mask.
put on a
Hmm.
mask because of the stigma.
Hmm.
And you all will be hearing Tracy on her show. And as she said, that's her lane. This is her lane in the
Hmm.
advocacy of mental health.
Absolutely.
And so this is good. Listen, you all, you want to know who these podcasters are. I want to yield back, and two more have come on. The young man that came on, who's part of the family now, I want him to come back. He was in the right room. We were talking about mental illness and all that, but brother, yes, you were in the right room. I promise you. I promise you. So come on back, please do. Dr. Tina, in this conversation where there's a variety, a diverse um a group of podcasters. That is the uniqueness. Let's go ahead and talk about the benefits of being a podcaster of CTR Media and our diversity.
Well, the benefit of being a part of CTR Media Network is what you see right here. It's diverse. You can see representation of yourself. So many people are suffering in silence. And so, with that being said, CTR Media Network is a family friendly network that will be touching the topics of the day, as well as what's happening in the world, and also sharing our transparent, unscripted lives with you. Just like many people look at me and think I never, because they see me smile all the time. Well, for a long time, I hated the sound of my voice. I hated the way I looked, the sound of my voice, even though everywhere I went, people said, "Oh, you're so beautiful," but I felt ugly because of some of the childhood traumas that I went through. Just like Dr. Candi said, we're taught in, I can't speak for every other race. I only can speak for the race of which I am. I'm melanated. I'm color. I'm black. Whatever you want to call it. All
Right.
right. And so for me, it got swept up under the rug.
Hmm.
Okay. What happens here stays. Don't talk about that. You got to believe in God and you got to keep on going. Well, yes, I kept on going, but those wounds was never healed.
That's
And
right.
so throughout my
Mm.
life, I faced different challenges, even in relationships, because I didn't want no one to touch me because it felt yucky. Because it was so many things that I had to deal with. So although I was smiling, I was hurting behind the pain. So all of this is just and like I had to end up going to get counseling. And when I remember the first time I went to a therapist, I wore like a baggy shirt, a hoodie, a hat upside down. I was like I don't want nobody to see me going.
You don't want nobody to see you.
Nobody see me. I don't want them to think I'm crazy. But I went in, and I'm gonna be totally 100 and transparent. When I went in, I was combative. I was like, dang it, nothing out of me. They're not gonna break me. I'm gonna say hours. So I'm looking at the therapist. She looking at me. She asked me a question. I asked the question back to her. She say, "Well, how was your day?" I said, "Well, how your day?" Well, what are you going through? Well, I don't know what you going through. So I was doing a deal on her. So and then I went home and I felt even worse because this lady trying to help me, and here I am making her day worse. So I came home crying, feeling bad, and I pray to God just to open me up and let me drop those barriers, those
Mhm.
walls. And so the next visit I went through, the whole section was I was just crying. And
Wow.
then all of a sudden I start opening up, and I'm gonna tell you guys best that was the best breakthrough I ever had. And so it freed my mind because it freed my mind, and then I was able to have clarity. And now through that clarity, it opened up a new world for me to be able to do what I'm doing. and be able to help people get out of it, because now I have tangible things that I can do. So don't waddle in your trauma. Don't be afraid. Let it go and get help. If you need
Amen.
a therapist, get help. Sometimes you can pray it away, no matter how strong we are in prayer. And I believe in the power of prayer, but this could not be prayed away. It had to be helped away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's good. It had to be helped away.
Amen.
That is good. Those of you that are watching and tuning in, yes, this is the finale tour of the podcasters of the CTR Media Network. And who you have just heard, we're in a amazing conversation that I believe, and we all have sat here and agreed that needs to be talked about. And what are we talking about is the mental health among the Black community. I'm just summing it up. That's what it is. But it is so unique in that I'm pretty sure, as Dr. Tina said, is that we can speak to our culture. But as we found that there are others that are maybe dealing with it in a similar way as well. And a snippet of what you can expect whenever you listen to the various podcasters. There is some diversity. There is much fun and laughter, but information that's what you do. You listen to a podcast. You're driving in your car. You're sitting in your office. You may be in a home office. You may be at work with your iPhone. What do y'all call them? Pod thingies, I'm an Android person, okay? Anyway, so you come across the CTR Media Network, and you have a layout of, lack of a better word, of various podcasters with various subjects. You can laugh, you'll cry, you will find some tips on your business. There's all kinds of grand and amazing podcast shows that are on the CTR Media Network. Well, these ladies have definitely popped in, and we have a gentleman that is with us on this evening. Hi, sir. How are you? Forgive me because, okay, Mr. T. Swain, he's new, and I listened to a little bit of your show last night. You are amazing. I love it. I love it. Well, we have, yes, Vera Thomas, we were just on your show on last week, and here we said, thank you so much. And we have Queen Candi that is also with us on tonight. So Vera, come on and say hello to us. And just let us know a little bit about who you are and your podcast.
Hello, hello, hello. I am Vera Thomas, and my show is The Vera Thomas Show. It is designed to uplift, encourage, motivate, inspire, and educate. So I have authors, I have entrepreneurs, we talk about politics. We cover everything that is of concern to you. And so if you are interested in coming on my show, by all means. One of the things that I do, I have a program called Instilling Greatness. It's actually a business, Instilling Greatness, where I work with parents and their children. I remember when my son was 2 years old, and I just knew this boy had a problem. I just knew he had a problem. So I took him for counseling because I'm wondering, why is this 2-year-old acting the way that he is? And when I got there, the counselor, the first thing she said was, tell me what's going on with you. And I just started pouring out my soul to her. And she looked at me and said, it's not the kid, it's you. he's just picking up on all of your stresses and acting out because he's picking up on your energy. So I'm saying that to say, and that's one reason why I work with parents. A lot of times we as parents are bringing into parenting our own unresolved issues, and it's impacting on our children. And sometimes we cannot see the forest for the trees, and we do need someone to objectively look at what is going on inside of me, what is going on in my family. And so I just want to encourage you to think about, if you're having some issues and you're not really sure how to cope with it, there is nothing wrong with counseling. Take it from me.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. Vera, I have a quick question. What made you say yes? How did you connect with the CTR Media Network? And what is one of the benefits? List one of the benefits that
Oh
you
my
have.
God. Well, first of all,
Can you just list one? Or the
well, the monetization. We had an opportunity this weekend to go to a conference and interview people and get paid.
and get paid.
So that's one of the benefits of CTR. When Tina says she wants to help us monetize, she's not just talking it. She is actually making available opportunities for us. She's teaching us how to monetize our shows, how to monetize what we're doing. And when I got involved with CTR, my show had been running for about a year, didn't have a lot of audience participation. And I met Tina actually through Tiffany.
Mhm.
And it was like the best. I mean, the first conversation we had, it was as if we'd known each other forever.
Wow.
It's like we did not miss a beat.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I am just so supportive of what she's doing. I believe in her passion,
Yeah.
but most importantly, her heart. She has a heart to serve, a heart to give, a heart to educate and help other people understand their stories and how important their stories are. I could go on and on and on, but I know time is of the
Wow.
essence. So.
Wow. That's good. That's good, y'all. And we said one benefit, but that's the thing is that the benefit of being a podcaster of the CTR Media Network, there are various benefits that, and as she said, the monetization. So before we get into a little bit more about that, I would love to bring on as they come in, come on, Queen Candi. These podcasts have been on for a while, and I want to talk about our rating for one quick second. Queen Candi ranked number one. Oh my goodness, when CTR and Dr. Tina started doing our numbers, and Queen Candi was staying at number one spot all year. She would be neck and neck. I don't know who would be number two. I will bounce back and forth between 5 and 6. You okay? I had to throw that in there. But
Oh yeah.
I would be like, okay, so what she got going on? I'll be honest.
Man.
Let's be truthful. Everybody wants to be at a number one. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but it's her personality and it's her tribe. It's the individuals that follow her message. And Queen Candi, come on, my lady. How are you doing?
Oh, good. Hello, everybody. We just getting in. We had orientation, just got a new job, so we're really excited about that. Yeah, honestly, we just happy to be a part of the network, even if we're not number one. You know, it's not really a competition, and you know, we grateful, you know, just to be a part of the network. And what made us want to join is Tina already knows this. We met on the Wisdom app. We heard her live stream she was doing, and she said she was looking for podcasters, and we were listening to everything she was saying basically. And we felt that we would be a good fit. So we reached out to her and we talked on the phone, and it took one conversation. First thing that really got us is I want to help, you know, Black people. And we don't hear a lot of people with their own platforms wanting to do that. Everybody just wants to benefit from themselves, you know, and that's one of the things that struck us. And the fact that she understood that we are a Muslim woman, you know, that helped as well. So we signed up and we just took a leap of faith. We didn't know what was going to happen. We had no idea. And, you know, 6 months later, here we are. There we were, number one. And one of the things we love is it helped our show grow. And it pushed us to step outside of our comfort zone. And we love what Tina said, because we hate our voice too sometimes, because we think we sound like a baby. And people sometimes make fun of our voice, like, why is she talking like she's tone deaf? And we're like, huh? What do you mean? Like,
so you were reading the messages that would come through. You know how people have a thread or a feed, Yeah, but you
Right,
kept
and
going. You kept
yeah,
going.
it pushed us because we were doing the audio. Then when we started doing the video, it really pushed us to step outside that, because we let fear and being scared and what other people was gonna think and say hold us back for so long, and we was like,
Yeah.
kept bumping our head against the wall, like doing the same thing, expecting something different to happen, and we was like, no, this is on you. You got the voice, you got the story, you the one got the power. Stop letting these people that don't want to do anything with themselves and they don't love themselves and they ain't happy determine your path. That's on you.
Right.
So we just pushed ourselves. Keep content, keep putting out content, keep going, keep talking about your story, your healing journey, whole 9 yards. And that's one of the biggest things it helped us do. And that's one of the things, the many things we talk about on our show. We do teach Islam as well. We share our healing journey, you know, our personal stories. And yes, it is in the past. You know, we are very well of that, but everything that we've gone through has gotten us to, you know, where we are today. And we thank Allah for that, because it's nothing that we did on our own. Absolutely not. We wouldn't even be breathing. And we spread positivity, you know, we give encouragement, you know, and the biggest thing we try to tell on our show is we all gone through hell, we've all suffered, we've all been through pain. You ain't got to stay there. You do not have to stay there. It's up to you to keep moving. And one of the many things we learn is how to love ourselves, and we mean really love ourselves, take care of ourselves, and just respect ourselves, and just learn modesty and healing. And it's helped us so much.
So much of what you're saying is what our world needs.
Yeah.
We truly need that love, that healing, that camaraderie. And so we thank you for being a part of the CTR family. Know
Thank
that
you.
you're, listen, you and I, we've gotten an assignment, and I love it. I need to tell you all that Dr. Tina will give you an assignment in the beginning. We didn't know what we were doing, but we got at the table and we talked, and we had some followers, and we did what we were supposed to do.
We did it. Yep. And we definitely enjoyed ourselves. We definitely did.
We did. Well, listen, thank you so much. I don't know if you have to drop off, but those of you that if you do, just for the record, you all, if you do see the podcasters drop off, it is because they're on a tour. And we do have other podcasters that are coming on. Well, I want Dr. Tina to tell us about this the males that are a part of the CTR family. I'm going to go ahead and bring on Hooverman Kopp and Jay Bean and B. Hudson. I'm going to wait for him to come so I can bring him on in. But hey, listen, I'm going to let you talk about the brothers that have joined our family.
Well, it's an honor, because for those of you who do not know, I absolutely love sharing and changing the narrative. Okay. And so Men Can't Always Be Wrong podcast is the building. For those of you who do not know, the theme song, the CTR Media Network theme song is actually by T Swin. That is his song that he did for us. So you hear his voice. So it's more than just he's a podcaster, and he has amazing Huberman, Cobb, and Jay Bean in the building. They talk about these topics. This is what CTR Media Network podcast is all about, bringing all these things together. We reached 350 million global listeners worldwide. We're in over 50 plus countries. We are actively letting you join the network right now. You guys, if you have a story, bring it to CTR Media Network. We also have the Podcast Revolution magazine for you guys to be able to be featured in our magazine. If you're a business owner, we have commercial slots, we have active training, and so much more. So I'm going to yield the mic to T Swin, because their podcast is named Men Can't Always Be Wrong podcast. And clearly I'm not a man. So let's let the men in the building come on.
Absolutely.
Shout out to our youngest podcast before I yield the mic. Our youngest podcaster is King, and he's 4 years old, and he's actually loves to read, and he's going to be reading to the children that watches CTR Media Network. So stay tuned, and he absolutely loves trucks. So now, T Swin, go ahead.
Good evening, ladies. Thank you guys for having us on. We are Men Can't Always Be Wrong podcast, which is me, myself, T. Swin, JB, Help a Man Cop, and B. Hudson. We created this podcast because a lot of times in the media, you don't get to hear the male perspective or the male point of view. And sometimes there's advice put out, but it's not really the way how men feel and the way men think. So we're helping young men of all ages, to be able to express themselves and get the information they need that can help them. And also we help men and women dealing with the way men really think. Guys, you got something?
Oh yeah, I'd like to thank everybody for welcoming us to the network. Like I said, our podcast, we're just trying to give another perspective, towards the world view and different relationships, finances, sometimes, we don't communicate well between men and women. So we're trying to be a bridge to connect men and women together, because sometimes, a man might be too scared or a woman might be too scared to speak up. So hopefully we have some good conversations. Like to have some of you females on there, of course. And that's about it.
Well, I believe that you guys are definitely, it's not, I don't think it's nothing new to you. You've been having these conversations. Men have conversations where? At the basketball game. Well, most of the time y'all be looking at the game. You don't be talking, you be talking about what's going on in the game. Yeah. But because I am married and then I have brothers and I have grandsons, I believe what you're bringing to the table is a needed conversation. And I love your title of your podcast, Men Can't Always Be Wrong, because our brothers have gotten a bad rap.
Yeah.
For lack of a better word, and I'm older, so you've gotten, you're gonna be just like your daddy. Never gonna amount to anything. Well, the females heard those things too. Or why is he so quiet? Well, just came home from work. Why won't you talk to me? Well, the boss gave me a new assignment and I really don't know how to figure it out. But babe, just give me a minute. So it's refreshing. I've had the privilege of interviewing an all-male panel, but to know that you all are doing this and we're part of the family. So I want our audience to grab a little bit and Hoverman Cop, while I'm doing that, you want to come on and say hi? Are you part of this trio too? Yeah. Are you the third party?
Yeah, I certainly am. And I think some of y'all will probably notice we have so many different walks of life through the men that share this podcast. And within my experience in and of itself, dealing with a lot of different issues within my own life growing up, I think probably most of us have not grown up with a silver or golden spoon in our mouth. So I got a perspective about, growing up in the hood, seeing violence, and then from that violence and growing up in the hood, becoming somebody without knowing who my father was, because my father died when I was a baby. So to navigate through life and then become something productive in life and finding God in the midst of all of that. And then on the flip side, seeing a lot of traumas and death, suicides and killings and so many things that the normal person wouldn't see on the police side with investigations and undercover. And then coming from the undercover and policing back to the civilian life, and then owning businesses and trying to navigate through life. And I have a whole list of things and experiences that God has brought me to this point, and I'm glad to share it with you all and your listeners.
That is awesome. Well, I would like for our audience to just, get a little snippet of what your show is all about. I'd like for you all to just take a listen.
What up, family? CTR Media Network. Yeah. Best in the biz. Yeah. Join the team. CTR is who we are. The media network, that's the best by far. Whether you listen at your home, at your job, in your car, come get the information that's needed above par. Never lasting. Motivational podcasting, giving you the answers to the questions that you're asking. Serious talks and topics, how to come up and profit, how to better yourself, your health, and shit. We got it. Reaching 350 million, they tuning in. We in 50 different countries, we all can. And like minded, find your purpose and your assignment. Come get your fix, your feel, your mental alignment. Get active and speak to the masses. Build your influence all levels and all classes. Now you know you can monetize and grow. CTR Media Network, start the show. Them people want you to chill. Don't sleep behind the wheel. The devil trying to make a deal. Don't sleep behind the wheel. Them people want you to chill. Don't sleep behind the wheel. The devil trying to make a deal. Don't sleep behind the wheel.
That's us three. We all raised from different backgrounds, you know. I come from a background, you know, that's my mother's very religious, my father's very religious. You know, I have my grandfather, rest his guy. You never see him cry. You never see him back down. You never see him. He got at 4 o'clock in the morning. He's 89 years old. He still got at 4 o'clock in the morning. So, you know, the way you raise dictates the character that you build, you know. So I don't come from no weak men, you know. So we gonna see it through, you know. We gonna face the turbulence. This is it is what it is. We gonna get through it, you know. But you know, everybody's not raised like that. So I don't, like you said, I don't know this guy's background, but it seems like he's just gonna fold under pressure. Not all men are gonna fold under pressure, you know. Not saying that you're weak if you seek therapy, because hey, sometimes you just need to, you know, sometimes you might need a pill to deal with something, you know. But,
everybody need an outlet. Everybody needs somebody to talk to open up to.
I love it. That particular episode is called Men Raising Other Men's Children. And you can find that particular episode, if you will, go to CTR Media Network. Gentlemen, I would like for you to go ahead and put in the private chat some information about you that you have not shared with our audience, and we'll make sure that that gets out. I want to give some kudos and some hellos out there in our audience. Yes, Dr. Daryl Jordan, thank you, sir, for joining in. Blessings to you. Thank you always for tuning in. This is the man of God that definitely has a special place in my heart. He's a mentor of mine, and I'm so thankful out of the Atlanta, Georgia area. Thank you, sir, for tuning in tonight. And we have Lady Cynthia Robin Thompson. She says, this is good. Hi, Mr. B. Hudson. There you are. I want to bring you in. Yes, international best-selling author, and she's on with us sharing on tonight. And She Trucking, thank you for giving the information out. Appreciate that. Definitely all the support. Fuchina, thank you so much for being in the space with us on tonight. I am Sandy Sanders. I am the host and creator of Coffee Conversations with Sandy and Friends. And tonight, those of you that have kind of stumbled into our room, we are on tour. This is our finale of the CTR Media Network. And what you've been listening and tuning in, and go back, and if you're listening to the replay, we want you to know how to listen to the podcast. And also, if you are a podcaster or you're thinking about, God's got a message in you and you want to get your message out, get over that fear factor, as Sweet Blessing, she'll definitely tell you how to get over that fear factor. And yes, you have a story. So reach out to the CTR Media Network and, hey, come on over, get your application in, do whatever needs to be done, set up that appointment, that consultation with our CEO, our founder, and our leader, which is Dr. Tina Ramsey. Mr. Hudson, how are you?
I'm okay. Can everybody hear me?
Good. Yeah, we can hear you. Are you okay, so y'all help me out. How's Mr. Hudson part of?
He's the fourth of Men Can't Be Wrong podcast.
Okay.
Go ahead, T Swin.
Yeah, it's a quartet. It's a four-man group.
Okay.
And yeah, we all know each other I know B Hudson for a long period of time, man. Our kids played together. We
Uh-huh.
made music together for a long period of time. I know JB for a long period of time. I know Steve O through JB. But B Hudson, man, tell them about yourself, man.
Well, like I said, I've been knowing T Swim for years, man. It's my bro. This name even it's not a friend. We fam, so that's my blood right there.
Yeah.
So, and me and him kind of we've been. And what's unique about me and him, we kind of went through the same thing at the same time throughout our lives. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We even brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? We'll get into the story. You know how our friendship was challenged, but we still came together as men. You know what I'm saying? That we had to do to be here to this day. So this is my first time I've been missing in action, but I'm here today. You know what I'm saying? I love what everybody been doing. I'm going to devote my time and energy to this fully. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out of Houston, Texas, Candi. I'm just here for y'all to learn about me, and I love to learn about y'all too.
So you're in Houston, and so Mr. Swain, T. Swain, where are you from? Where are you out of?
We're all stationed in Houston. So we all come out of Houston. We're from different parts though. Steve O's from up north. JB, you from Cali, right?
Originally, but I've been in Houston long enough to say I'm a Houstonian now.
Yeah, but we're all our headquarters in Houston.
I came to Houston about 3 or 4 months ago. Well, I think it's maybe about 5 months ago. Came there for a book signing, and I fell in love with Houston. Houston is beautiful, but I was only downtown and the big movie theater. Had to take an Uber to the hotel and to the airport. That's about as much, but just driving back and forth. So I got a really good sense of your city, and so well, welcome, Dr. Tina. I know there's some things that are going on. I want to step back and yield back. Our audience, they're super excited, very geared up. We have some new podcasters that are part of the family, but I want to step back and so you can share where we're going and what the expectation is, and give us a little bit of snippet about what happened in Atlanta, and then we'll go forward.
Well, thank you so much. So where is CTR Media Network going? All the way to the top. That's the only thing that we can do. The sky's the limit. Well, there's no limits for CTR Media Network. We have everything that you need. Okay. If you're a podcaster right now and you're confused, you don't know how to position or promote or get your podcast out, we have that. We have podcast promotion packages for those of you who have a busy life and you want to be a podcaster. And the only thing you have time to do is to create your content. Well, we have a team where we can actually do everything for you. The only thing you have to do is create the content, and we do everything for you in-house. If you don't know how to start a podcast, we actually can teach you how to start a podcast. We also have opportunities for you to be within the pages of our upcoming Podcast Revolution magazine. We have commercial slots. We have sponsorships. We have everything that you need. And also, I am a current podcaster as well, so you can book to be a featured guest on the Tina Ramsey Show and podcast for 2023. All of our podcasters have amazing opportunities, including myself and the network as a whole. So if you right now know that you have a story that needs to be told, you need to be a part of CTR Media Network. We also have the CTR Media Network virtual tour that we're actually doing that you can be a part of, similar to what you're seeing right now. If you cannot have us in your location, but as of this weekend, CTR Media Network has officially cracked the seal. We are now not just 100% virtual. We go in person, baby. So you can book our podcasters in our CTR Media Network for your next event where we can interview, we can take photo shots, headshots, all the good things that you need in order to level up your business from now into the future. So we can do your red carpet events and everything else, bringing our podcasters to your event. So just get in contact with us at ctrmedianetwork.com, and we're teaching all of our podcasters how to monetize, baby. We are different from all the rest, okay? Because we operate in love first, and we're going to touch those topics to help you grow. So check us out, ctrmedianetwork.com, and get on our booking list for shows and book us for your next event. Yes. All right, you guys. So, Sandy, thank you. You're muted, love.
I am. Yeah, I am. Okay, but go ahead. You were thinking.
No, I'm just so thankful that we're all in this moment right now together, and we have one of our new podcasters that's actually going to be on. Y'all gonna be seeing a lot of new podcasters coming on the platform. I want you to connect, listen, follow, like, follow, share, and subscribe. Yes, you need a magazine. It's called the Podcast Revolution magazine that is actually launching the first quarter of 2023, where you're going to learn all about our podcasters. And also, if you're currently not a podcast on our network, we can feature you too in your business or whatever it is that you're doing, because it's more than just a podcast magazine. It's a resource in order to help position your business and help you grow. But you're also going to be connected with amazing podcasters within the pages of the magazine as well. So reach out to get your ad today. Oh, and I think
There is so yeah. I went because I love sharing my screen. But yes, just do that. Go to the CTR. And you dropped it in the comments as well?
Yes, I can pull it back up.
Dropped it in our comments.
So that they can actually
I was
have it. Yeah, I got you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. All right. I appreciate it. So, those of you that, again, look out as you're hearing all of the amazing things that are happening with the CTR network. We're ending it with a bang. I feel very honored that we're ending it on Coffee Conversations with Sandy and Friends. What is our platform? Our platform is simply this: it is an award winning talk show. It is a weekly segment that is here to empower you, to inspire you, and to hold us accountable. I also have our platform for authors, which is Book Talks with Sandy. We are a global platform where we have had the privilege and the honor of hosting author tours and speaker tours. The author tours, these authors have went on to be international bestsellers. We do also, it is because of CTR. Prior to that, and my fellow podcasters, I didn't know where I was going. I've been in this now for four and a half, we're going like 5 years. And when I became an author, I did not know how to get my book out. I'm now an 8-time best-selling author. But what am I doing with it? So that's thank you. I appreciate that. And my writing has continued to change. But what CTR did for me, you ever feel like you reached the ceiling and you know you want to go more, you need it more? And Dr. Tina, I don't know, I guess God just placed her in my heart, hurt me in her heart. And God heard my prayer because he knew that I wanted to do more. I just didn't know how. And I knew I wanted to do a podcast. I didn't want to do Clubhouse, nothing wrong with it. I do Clubhouse as a guest, but I didn't want to go that route. And I kept myself open for this move. And I didn't know how, but Dr. Tina has the plan and the path that made it so easy. And the technical piece, they took care of that for me. So her team has made it very simple, but then there's things that I need to do as well. So you got to take accountability. That's that accountability part. And so I'm super excited about my third. It's a third show. And it is because of the opportunities of CTR Media Network that gave me the courage to step out. Our message of Monday morning motivation or Monday morning coffee conversations with Sandy, it is where we'll come for about 15 minutes and then you'll be able to hear that podcast on Spotify, on iHeart. And it is to inspire, to empower, and to hold us accountable to live an authentic life. And so I'm super excited. Thank you, Dr. Tina, for giving me, for believing in me and taking my show and what God has given us to that next level. And we're super excited and to be on the journey. I'm glad to meet all of you all. What I would like for you to do before we end our broadcast is, again, it's kind of like do your last little, your last appeal to the audience and what to expect, where they can hear you, what your times of your show. So first, what is the time of your show and how individuals can reach out to you. I'm actually going to start with the gentleman, T. Swain, and you and your team, your host, you all, if y'all go ahead and let us know, how can we hear you?
You guys can catch us here on CTR Media Network. We're on Tuesdays, usually 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. We're going to be talking about things that men deal with, get the truth from us. Also, come on, JB, Steve-O, because I'm kind of drawing a blank. Sorry about that. But
yeah, we're going to try to give you the truth from our point of view. That's basically what our show's about. We're going to try to, give our narrative to different situations when it comes to, relationships, finance, and stuff regarding that.
That's good. It's good.
Yeah, it's going to be important that we're not just going to just talk about things, but we're going to definitely give solutions to the problems that a lot of men are facing within their families and what communities are facing, because that's the most important thing I want people to understand. That majority of the time, a lot of people have a lot of issues and problems, but there's never been any solutions. But we want to change that narrative with solutions.
This is so good, Dr. Tina. I'll tell you, I know I'm talking to podcasters and we all sit in that interviewing seat, but I am on edge because one of the passions that I have, Hooverman Kopp and Mr. T. Swain and Mr. Bean and Mr. Hudson, is Jail Prison Ministry is my ministry. And where we have right now the age of Black males that are incarcerated between that age of, say, 20 to 35. We got that group. And then there's a whole nother group of elderly men and elderly women that are still incarcerated. What are we going to do with them? And so I'm just making a point. I want you guys to come back. I want to have a conversation about that sometime in 2023, because again, I know you all are talking about so much, but so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, most definitely. Because me and Hoverman Cop, I was a bondsman and also a correction officer, and then Hoverman Cop is most definitely was a cop. So that would be a very, very good topic.
A very good topic, to the point that we would like for it to be streamed in some high schools. Because we can talk all of this, and I got the church folks that are listening. My audience is the Christian women, but they got sons and they got nephews, and they're even fathers and ministers and pastors. But to stream it out to where high school kids can see it, the boys club, we can have a conversation like that. So yeah. My brain, I'm just thinking. Well, all right. Yes, indeed. Go ahead.
I want to throw this out there also, that one of my passions also is definitely to reach the youngsters and the kids. And I have a comic book, and it's a superhero, and it's based on a lot of my life experiences as doing undercover work and policing work, etc. So I just wanted to make sure you were aware of that also.
Listen, you told me now. So we're gonna be talking about we could be on here all night. This is what family is, and when you kind of like when you go to a cookout, y'all go to the family reunion, you find out you got some cousins and some brothers and sisters that you didn't even know that you had. Lord have mercy. Okay, so who am I going to talk to now? And yes, Queen Candi, go ahead and let us know when your show is on and how people can reach out to you.
Yes, we are. Our show is on 3 days a week. We actually just wrapped up our season 3. So we're taking a little break, and we'll be back in January. So starting January, we will be live every Sunday. We do a Sunday positivity talk. Every Monday, Sunday positivity talk, that will be at 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Every Monday, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, we do kind of a DJ session, because we do produce music as well, and we play some of our music just to keep the vibe going, and so on and so forth. And that will be every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. And also, we talked about this in the finale. For those that did see the show, we will be debuting a new show with our husband. It's going to be called Real Talk and Real Topics with KOG. So we're going to be going in a lot about Islam, of course, still relationships, every topic under the sun. whole 9 yards. So he will be a part of the Queen Candi podcast, Queen Candi Radio as well, which he's always been. But we will have our own individual show, and that will be every Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time as well. Awesome. And if you want to reach out to us, you can check us out on all streaming platforms. Of course, here on the CTR Media Network. And we just have a brain freeze. You can check us out on the CTR Media Network as well. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and of course our YouTube page, the Queen Candi Podcast, and our second YouTube channel, the Queen Candi Radio Show.
Awesome. Thank you, Queen Candi. Amazing, amazing. And we have Vera Thomas. And if you will, Vera, come on and share with us when your shows are aired and how individuals can reach out to you.
You're muted.
Okay. My show airs every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is an hour long. And also, I want to kind of reach out to these young men as well, because I was very involved in the Fatherhood Initiative back in Ohio, and also facilitated a training for guys that were coming out of being incarcerated and needing to re-engage with their children. So I'd really like to talk to you guys as well. So anyway, you can reach me at, actually, if you go to bit.ly, Vera Thomas, you will be able to reach my social media links, my show. If you want to book yourself on my show, you can do that through this link. If you want to schedule a 30-minute coaching consult, you can do that on my link. And you can also pick up a free ebook of prayers, affirmations, and scriptures by clicking on that link as well. And that's my gift to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Vera. Vera also is a, what are you, 10, 12? How many books now?
At this point, 14.
Okay, 14-time international bestseller. She's an Amazon bestselling author as well, and global speaker, passion for children, passion for education, and so honored. It is always my custom here at Coffee Conversations with Sandy, Book Talks with Sandy, is to yield back and allow the visionary to share their heart. And we are super, we pay you homage. We say, yes, go, queen, go. Love her, but she's been traveling. She's had a lot on her plate. Don't want to pull more out of her, but we do want to hear what she has to say. Just come on, give your last words, anything that may be still on your heart to say to us. And we're going to say goodnight.
Well, first, I would like to thank the podcasters for being here, and all the podcasters that are here today or tonight and that are a part of the network, because without you guys, first of all, God, and without you, CTR Media Network will not be here. So thank you for allowing us to share your stories on our platform, and I don't take that lightly. Next, I would like to announce that for those of you who do not really understand what's going on, CTR Media Network is reaching 350 million global homes. So if you're looking for a platform to get whatever it is that you're doing out, whether you're a podcaster, content creator, business owner, this is the place to do it. We also live stream. We have web TV, which means that our shows is playing 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Then we stream it on social media. Now, in 2023, we want to help you even more so, because now we're actually going to be launching our Roku channel, Amazon Fire TV, our Android TV, our Samsung TV. All of this, along with having our own app on Google Play and the Apple Store. So now you can carry our podcasters in the palm of your hand. So there's no excuse for you not to walk in your purpose and fulfill what you're here on this earth to do, and do it along with CTR Media Network. I would like to share the screen, if you will allow me to, Sandy, because I want to share with you why it's so important that business owners tap in, event coordinators tap into what we have to offer with our amazing podcasters at CTR Media Network, because you need to book us for your next event. No ifs and buts about it, because we're doing something completely different over here. And so let me share the screen with all of you. This is just a little taste of what we will do for you and bring your event to the next level for 2023. And let me know whether or not you guys can hear it. This is the video.
Perfect, perfect. All right, now all y'all look up at me.
Okay.
Wave.
We'll do photo shoot. Marketing, branding, podcast.
TJ Ramsey and CTR Media Network is in the building at the 5th annual Authors All-Star Conference, headed up by visionary Taria Vision Avant, where you're bringing authors from all over the world together to come share, shine, and grow. You know, the Tina Ramsey Show. And we're going to be interviewing. We're going to be having our photographers taking professional shots. And we have our
So as you can see, we have a lot going on where we are actively engaging with your audience.
All right, now all y'all look up at me. Wave.
Photo shoot. You get your hair done, your makeup.
This is good. I love it. I love it.
Ramsey and CTR Media Network is in the building. Taria, the Tina Ramsey photographers, and we have our.
All right. So as you can see, we have a lot going on, and it's all there to help elevate and position you. Because let me tell you something, it doesn't matter how amazing and phenomenal you are if no one don't realize you exist. And so CTR Media Network help us a staple, help build your credibility and your influence out here in these social media streets and also beyond, so that you can be clickable and Googleable and also create opportunities for yourself. And also, while you're helping the world, you can help yourself by building streams of income. Because listen, let's keep it real. Money help the world go round, but also we need you to be able to continuously do what you do. So we teach you these skills. We give you that mindset development. You guys, this is your moment. All of our podcasters are on IMDb. Why? Is because we the real deal, okay? We are certified. We are the real deal, and we want to help you. So go to CTR Media Network, book the Tina Ramsey Show and podcast, and our amazing podcasters. Make sure to tune into all the shows. Like, follow, share, and subscribe. And do not miss anything. Stop sitting in the back seat of your life and move on into the front seat and allow us to help you along the way. Get into our Podcast Revolution magazine, join our CTR Media Network podcasters, and get on the CTR Media Network virtual and in-person tour. All right. So thank you, podcasters. Thank you, Sandy, from having us. And you guys, this is only the beginning, okay? More is to come, and stay tuned for our app coming your way soon. You're muted.
Well, you all have heard it right here on Book Talks with Sandy, Coffee Conversation with Sandy. You heard it. So do remember, go to the CTR Media Network. You can find it. You can find Dr. Tina Ramsey on all social media platforms. And if you found or heard someone that you're interested in, yes, definitely reach out to them. Well, I am Sandy Sanders. And as always, you guys know that I love you. God bless. Be safe. And we don't want you to not forget, to just support one another, support each other, because that's what it's all about. And as always, you all take care. Stay with me in the green room, if you will, everybody. And listen, you all be blessed and have a great night.
Folks, for the next 2 hours, we will have an unbelievable array of people with some amazing conversations.
If you are a business owner or entrepreneur and you're looking for a way to share your mission, your purpose, your products and services literally with the world faster, safer, and easier, making your brand accessible to millions from the comfort of your home, I want to encourage you to join our CTR Media Network's Learn How to Start a Podcast and Monetize It class. Why? This class was designed for entrepreneurs like yourself as a resource to provide 3 keys. Key 1, provide you with the knowledge to start a podcast. Key 2, provide you with the knowledge to successfully launch your podcast. Key 3, provide you with the knowledge to understand how you can monetize your podcast, creating multiple streams of income. We want you to impact the world with good, while you build multiple streams of income and opportunities for yourself. The world is never too saturated for you and your message. Utilize podcasting as a tool to help you impact the world with good. Go to www.ctrmedianetwork.com and join our class today.
Dream big. Dream big. I encourage you to dream big. Serve a big God. You got big things. Everything about you is big. Believe in yourself. Believe in that thing that you have the most that's going to take you to your next level. I want you to dream big. I want you to become more, to be more, to do more, because you deserve the best this life has to offer for you. I want you to dream big. I can see you. I want you to believe in my belief in you, that you can do the things that you've always wanted to do. Maybe you're working a dead-end job, or maybe it's a job that is paying the bills, it's helping you to maintain life, but you're tired of it. You feel like you're existing, but you don't feel alive. I encourage you to dream big. God is taking you to a place you've never seen before, but you got to believe it first. You got to go after it. You got to want it more than anything. So dream big. I know what it feels like to take care of your kids, to take care of your family, but you're doing something you might not like doing, but you got to pay the light bills, but you still got to dream big. Go after it. You got more than enough. You can do it. You can be it. You can have it. It's yours. Dream big.
Hi, my name is Brittany D, also known as Dr. Fashion. I am the CEO and founder of Creator Life. We are an all-in-one creative marketing agency. We manage influencers. We have content homes and spaces for individuals to utilize, as well as Airbnbs. And so I had a really great experience on the Tina Ramsey show. I felt like she really asked some valuable questions that can help a lot of people, especially in regards to monetizing. And so the vibe was great. I honestly wouldn't mind coming back on again if she invite me. And I felt like the conversation just flowed. So I am super happy, and I can't wait for the show to air on every single platform out there. And thank you again for inviting me. I had a wonderful
Hello, everybody. I am Dr. Tina J. Ramsey, the host of the Tina Ramsey Show and Podcast, and I want to personally invite you to be a featured guest on our show. Our show is all about motivating you, sharing knowledge, having uplifting conversations centered around business, wellness, education, and life. We introduce you to some of the most amazing standout entrepreneurs and influencers that are truly making a positive impact in the world. It is your time to shine, and we are helping you do that. So what I want you to do is just click the link in the description below so that you can be a featured guest on our show. Because guess what? It's time for you to come share, shine, and grow, but on the Tina Ramsey Show.
Oh my goodness, the mailman came. I hope my sweet little thing cookie's in here. I just hope it's in here. Let me see. Let me open this up. That's it. That's it. Sweet little thing cookies. That sweet little thing cookies. Oh, I'ma have me a ball now. Let me just get this right here. Little thing cookies. That sweet little thing cookies. Oh yeah. I finally got my cookies. This sweet little thing cookies. Oh yeah. I'ma have fun. This package kind of big though. Man, it got a lot.